What's up, nerds? It's your man DK Fit Nerd, and today I'm going to show you how I took down the Essence of Despair free party trial version. This trial gave me a ton of problems. I had a hell of a time getting around the massive amounts of damage it does, and I couldn't figure anything out. And then luckily, I stumbled across Sinzar's Clear. And the way he had it set up was full evasion. I was thinking, that's pretty cool. I like that. And I was thinking of setting something up similar. So this is how I set up my team for beating this and getting all missions. Without being KO'd, 5 or less, no limit burst. We've got Carton here, full evade, so Cursed Mouthpiece for a little bit extra Demon Killer. He's got a ton of Demon Killer already. Fravia and Aurora Fravia work very well for this fight as well. They don't really have too many chaining capabilities, but they both have tons and tons of Demon Killer. Made him full evade. I brought along Ignis. He's here for imperiling fire and full evasion. Elena here is also full evade. She's got plenty of Demon Killer innately in her kit as well. Lucas here, he is full evade. He's got a ton of dark resistance, and he's going to be tanking all the magic attacks. And Beowulf here is my breaker. He's also full evade, and he will be just kind of doing his Beowulf thing of dispelling and breaking at the same time. I don't have Kryla, so Beowulf is a decent alternative to using Kryla. Now, the way I usually set up Carton, and Elena is Carton, I'll go ahead and use his Savage Awakening, his Wild Slash and Crimson Blitz to get those modifiers up for his Bestial Barrage. Elena, I'm going to go ahead and add modifiers to her Bolting Strike Chaining ability. Ignis is going to go ahead, and since I'm not hitting the boss too hard this turn, I'm going to go ahead and just go with Cooking. Lucas here is silenced due to that curse shield, which sucks, but he never... you know what? That does suck. That really does suck. But he can... I think he can cure himself of that. If not, I'm going to be using Ignis to cure himself of the silence. Just because he does need to be healing a little bit as well. But this turn, I'm going to go ahead and imbue fire to Carton and Elena. And Beowulf here is just going to be guarding right now. He doesn't really have much going on. He can also off heal too. He's got Kuriga, but he can't dual cast it. So there we go. Got a little bit of hits there. Nothing too bad. Now we're going to go ahead. We had an AoE magic attack hit, and Lucas isn't covering yet, so it kind of hit everybody, but not very hard. We can go ahead and cover with Lucas on this turn now. Ignis is going to imperil using enhancement. Carton is going to go ahead and triple Bestial Barrage, as well as Elena is going to do Blade of Crystal. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and break with Beowulf here. That way there, we'll do a lot of damage when we go ahead and chain Carton and Elena. We should do about a little over 20%. Yeah, 21%. Still, it's pretty decent damage. I like using Carton as much as I can. He helps out a ton. And he does a ton of damage. That 99 times modifier attack is just absolutely insane. Which I could have actually used to chain with Elena on that turn and do a little bit more damage, but I kind of want to reserve it. Especially when I've got the modifiers up on his Bestial Barrage. Now we're going to go ahead and take him. We're going to cure Lucas of the silence. And we're going to put up Elemental Resistance. That's going to add some more dark resistance to Lucas so he doesn't get hit with the dark attacks. And we're just going to go ahead and re-imbue. Fire for him. for these two actually. And we're gonna just repeat with those two. And Beowulf, he's just gonna hang out. He ain't got much going on. So I'm gonna go to reload and chain. Should do. Alright, down to 57% on turn 3, which is... This boss is actually pretty tanky, especially later on when he starts doing stuff like Undying Force there. He'll put up mitigations, but that's fine. Still gonna blast through him. We're gonna do this in 8 turns or less. So, he's got up defense and spirits, so we're gonna go ahead and dispel with Dispel and Break with Beowulf. Ignis is going to go ahead and re-imperil fire. We're going to reload. Oh, can Carton reload? No, he's down to dual cast now. Alright. So since he's down to dual cast now, we'll go ahead and use his 99 times ability. It is the Barrage Frenzied Rampage. And we're going to go ahead and do one Blade of Dawn here with these two, and we're gonna go ahead and recover with Lucas here. So we're gonna go ahead and chain that 99 times ability. Okay, decent damage, 13%. Not too bad. I might have been doing more with that Bestial Barrage, but it works. Here we go, we see Lucas actually tanking it pretty well. Carton and Lucas both countering the triple claws. Wild Slash, Bestial Barrage. Going to go ahead and, since her cooldowns aren't available yet, triple Bolting Strike. We're going to see what he's got going on. He buffed himself, so we're going to go ahead and Dispel and Confuse again. Dispel and Break. Ignis, gonna go ahead and imperil again. Meanwhile, Lucas, gonna keep making sure that they have fire element on them. Got to keep up the imbues. All right, 32%. Some of the modifiers you can see have actually fallen off for Elena and Carton, so we're gonna be able to bring those back up this turn. They love to counter. Okay. Is he still covering? Lucas. Let's check. He should be. Yeah, he's still covering. Alright, so as far as he goes, we're going to dual cast White Magic, Kuriga, but first use Triple Claws, Savage Awakening, Bestial Barrage, keep those stacks up. She's going to go ahead and increase modifiers to her, Bolting Strike chaining. Ignis is going to be cooking again. Right, Lucas gonna go ahead and Kuriga twice to heal up Carton a little bit and himself. And what have you got? You're still good. So we're just gonna go ahead and just re-up his 60%. Break. Confuse. There we go. On demand 60% break. Now with full evade, nobody's really getting hit. Except for Lucas. Lucas is just tanking all the magic attacks. And everybody survives. Works out great. Carton. Let's go ahead and... Oh. He's got one of those multipliers back up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Speed of Light. We should go ahead and break, Dispel, Confuse. enhancement for the Impero. Still covering, so he's going to go ahead and re-imbue. Just to keep up the fire attacks. We're going to chain it up. You see Carton's running low on MP here, which could be an issue. But I'm going to go ahead and heal that up with Ignis next turn. There we go. Get those counters out of the way. And physical attack. So he's got a resistance to physical attacks, but Carton should be able to blast right through that. And Elena's doing hybrid damage, so it'll help out a lot. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and MP fill. And we're going to do a gradual MP fill as well. That way their Carton can just triple bolting strike. So this is pretty much the tempo of the whole fight. This is pretty much the whole spiel of it. And yeah, you take him down in 10 or less, you're doing good. Needs to redo his cover. And Beowulf can re-break. And go ahead and chain up some more. There we go. That's the fight. Get him down to that 1%. He's going to pull your MP and then just kind of die off. And that's all missions cleared for the Essence of Despair free party trial. So full evasion is definitely the way to go. Pretty much, if you're having problems, try and learn how to ignore them. Getting around your problems is the best way to avoiding your problems altogether. So I hope this video helped out somebody out there with their clear of this, and it's got some pretty good rewards. Those are, so go and get those Super Trust Master reward tickets. They help out. That Purity Fragment makes a pretty nice ring. So that's about it. See you guys next time. Later.